Hi, I'm Stacy. Welcome to the kitchen of my old Kentucky home, where we're celebrating Mint Julep Month. Let's get started. We're making mint julep brownies. Here's what we'll need. 1 1/4 cup of white table sugar, 3/4 a cup of cocoa powder, 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 eggs, 1 tablespoon Kentucky Bourbon, 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1/2 teaspoon of crème de menthe, and 10 tablespoons of butter. Okay, for our easy scratch brownies, no box, I melted the 10 tablespoons of butter, and then we're just gonna add our cocoa powder, our sugar, our flour, and our salt. We're gonna get that kind of like, almost like a roux that you'd make in Cajun cooking before we add our liquids. You can also do this on a double boiler, but I don't think that is particularly necessary. All right, I think that is good and mixed. We're gonna add our tablespoon of bourbon. We've got crème de menthe here. You can also use a peppermint extract if you want. If you can't find crème de menthe, sometimes that's a little hard. I got my particular little vial at a candy store. Peppermint extract is a little easier to find at just the grocery. Okay, now we're going to add our eggs one at a time. Mix that through first before we add the other one. Add our second one. And we're just gonna get this nice and mixed when it's just still look kind of silky. And I have already taken the time to line an 8x8 square brownie pan with a little parchment. That'll just make it a little easier to pull out. And we're just gonna put this into a 325-degree oven and bake. We're gonna start checking it at about 25 minutes. Sometimes it is gonna take longer depending on your oven, but you want to be able to insert a toothpick and it come out not clean like a cake, but still just kind of a little batter on it because you like your brownies to be nice and moist. All right, I'm just gonna pour this into the brownie pan and put it in the oven while we wait for Jessica to whip us up a mint julep cocktail.
Today I'm going to be making an extra springy version of a mint julep by adding some fresh strawberries to our classic cocktail. We're going to be using Kentucky Bourbon, of course, strawberry simple syrup, fresh strawberries, fresh mint, and a little bit of powdered sugar for garnish. First thing I'm going to do is I've got an empty cocktail shaker and I'm going to put in about 6 to 8 fresh mint leaves. We're going to do 1/2 ounce of the strawberry simple syrup, which I made by just combining equal parts sugar and water and a bunch of fresh chopped strawberries on the stove. Let it simmer until it was like really fragrant and the berries got soft and turned it kind of a red color. All right, so now, I'm just going to put some more fresh chopped strawberries in here. And we're going to give this a good muddle. You could also do this in your mint julep cup if you like it that way, but I prefer to strain mine before I drink it. Okay, now we're just gonna do 2 ounces of our bourbon added to this. I'm gonna add a little bit of our crushed ice in here and give it a shake. Now we're gonna pour this into our classic silver julep cup here. I'm gonna use a strainer so I don't get any of the chunks of the strawberry or mint in there, or not too much anyway. All right, and then we're just gonna garnish it with some fresh mint and As you'll know if you have watched any of our other mint julep episodes here, this is the most important part. You've got to spank the mint between your hands so that you can release all those essential oils, and it smells really nice that way. We're gonna just pack up this cup with ice now. Since a mint julep is, essentially kind of a daytime drinking cocktail, it doesn't really matter if you let it get a little bit diluted and watered down. And actually the crushed ice helps to get the whole drink really cold quickly, so it actually is gonna melt a little less fast than if we used a larger cube. Okay, it's perfect. I've got a little strawberry here to add as my garnish. And the last thing we're gonna do is just give it a little dusting of powdered sugar. All right, and there we have it. It is our strawberry mint julep. All right, so obviously April is mint julep month, so that is why we are eating and drinking juleps today.
That's right, and I riffed off your treatment of the powdered sugar on a mint julep, which I love.
It's a really nice touch.
To put them on the brownies as well.
Yeah.
I thought that was nice.
Can you believe that we've been celebrating mint julep month since 2013?
I can't, and it makes me really wistful for one of the reasons we created it, right? Joy Perini, may she rest in peace, that original badass of bourbon who was having mint julep dinners and cocktail classes that led to the inspiration for this.
Yeah. And it's taken off so much since then with, there's places all around Louisville that are celebrating. They've got their own specialty juleps on the menu. They do mint julep classes. There's even a mint julep hayride.
Which is what?
We're not sure, but it sounds fun.
Yeah, right. And I love how it has inspired businesses to curate around it. And it kind of reminds me of if you're ever in New Orleans during Lent, that's Mardi Gras season. And so we have Derby that we drink this drink,
right.
We have for a lot of years, and then you stretched out to what was the 2 weeks of the Kentucky Derby Festival with all those events, and now it's like this whole season that is very much like our sort of our Mardi Gras Derby style, mint julep style.
I'm always happy to extend a celebration.
That's right. Well, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers to mint julep month.
Happy mint julep month.
We'll see you next time on Bourbon
And biscuits.
Cheers.